Hello and welcome back to the Checkpoint Reach podcast. I'm your host Luke Eldon. As ever, I'm joined by my fellow gamers and friends, Sudden Perks. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good. Luke? Good. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks.
Good week.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
You always say it's been a good week.
I don't
Every
think we've
week
ever had a bad week.
good week.
We're going to say it's a bad week one week. No, it's
Maybe.
bloody terrible. Awful week.
Maybe. To be fair, it's been an alright week, hasn't it?
Standard.
It's been alright.
Standard good week.
Nothing good.
That standard is below good, right?
Well, standard for us is good.
Average, well, yeah. For the,
If you go
for
on
the
solid.
podcast,
Yeah, we want to talk about, as we always do with the start of the podcast, we like to talk about what we've played. This will be our first topic actually as well, because we have played the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that's been the main game really, hasn't it, this
It
week?
has, and we wanted to give our thoughts on it, so here we are.
Who's going to start? Who wants
Don't
to
look
start?
at me.
Hey, I think you've got the worst opinion of us.
Oh really? Okay.
I
That's
don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think he does.
I probably have.
Yeah.
Let's go with
I
negative
don't, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go
Negative
straight in on
first.
like all the bad stuff.
I think you should talk about the positives first.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler
Yeah,
warning
there we
for
go.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay, we are going to spoil the game, so
Yes.
completely spoil it.
So yeah, I guess we'll start with the campaign.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for me, and obviously like we'll break this down a little bit. Very early on, you get to see some of the scenes that were unbearable and all this rubbish, and
Oh.
I enjoyed them.
I did.
Not because I'm some
I
kind of
agree.
masochist or like
Just a
no,
psychopath.
it was interesting because it was
Fit the
different.
narrative
I
though.
didn't feel like I'd seen it all before. It wasn't just like get out of a helicopter, clear this compound, and go on next mission. It was
Made you
They
think.
varied
it
it up.
felt a bit more like
Real.
impactful.
Yeah.
They varied it up a lot, I thought, as well.
Mm.
In previous COD games, even with scenes like that, it'd just be the same old, like you said, shoot the chopper down. But this one, there's a lot more, there's like stealth elements, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Some
there were.
stealth missions.
Yeah.
There was missions where there was no combat at all, in a couple of the missions. I think there's a couple of missions where there was very little
Which
combat
ones?
at all. There's
I
some
think
very
there was
short
always
missions.
Combat.
There's always something.
Some very short missions
Yeah.
in there, like
Yeah.
just a couple of 5-minute missions where it
like
just
you
mainly
do
tells
like
the
the
story.
stealth things with Alex in the early missions
Yeah.
where you'd still be like killing people
Yeah.
or like bricking
Yeah.
them or something. So
Yeah.
someone's always gonna die.
I guess we're just going to go into specifics of missions, I guess. So I think the mission to me that had the most impact was when you played as Farah when you were a kid.
Yeah, that's got to be the standout.
That
Yeah.
was so harrowing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
when your
Like,
mum, you wake up, but the mission starts and you're under the rubble, aren't you?
Yeah.
like, even though it's a game, you kind of feel like, oh my god, this is terrible, isn't it? Like,
Do you know what though? You know, I know people, like some of
Yeah.
these scenes, these are the ones that they're saying too much, blah blah blah. This is what happens in real life.
Yeah, I mean, it can
we
be,
go.
you know.
We're a part of a country that do go to these countries and pretty
Yeah,
much
and this
destroy
is-
their cities
it's
and their
gonna happen.
towns.
Mm.
It is realistic.
It's, you know, when the people are choking on the gas and it's like, oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
It was.
Like,
Yeah,
for me, the worst one. Yeah,
the dog's
the worst.
The dog is the
Dog.
worst.
Oh, and then you think that's bad, and it's like, there's a goat
Yeah,
like choking out. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, this is
I felt the worst. I can't
worse.
think I'm saying that, but I did.
Do you know what the
feel
worst part?
for
Like, you
dog.
have to like crawl over the dog.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
Did you try putting out his misery?
try.
I did. It didn't work.
Yeah,
No, it
it
doesn't work, so.
Poor dog. Yeah, 'cause they
And then
release
it-
a chemical gas, don't they?
Well, at least for the dog, it doesn't really make any noises. And you come to the goats and they're like, it's like
That's a
terrible.
good impression,
It's a
mate.
good
It's
impression.
awful though. Like,
Yeah.
really, it's bad, but I don't like. It's not one of the things why it should be banned because this is how it. I enjoyed the
It's
mission.
realistic,
It's a great mission.
and it gives you a choice as well not to do a lot of these things,
Yeah.
doesn't it? And it gives you a warning before you even start the campaign.
Every time you load up the campaign,
Yeah.
you get the player discretion advised message.
Mhm. And it's an 18+ game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes up every time. Yeah, you said loads of games as well.
Yeah.
I think just go back to that mission. I think that's probably the strongest mission in the game. I think overall because I think there's.
There is one thing though that me
How's
and
that?
Fergs so in the mission obviously you basically end up going back to your home to get your brother here, and your dad is then killed by a Russian
Yeah.
guy who comes in and he's massive.
It's Terminator essentially.
Yeah.
That was really good though. I like that.
Yeah, but then you're a kid who kills
Yeah,
him.
that's the.
Again.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's like, is this realistic? No,
That part wasn't.
it's not.
in terms
But
of being
it
able, I'm
makes
not
sense
sure
to
she could kill him.
it does make sense to the story. So you have to take a few. It is a game, then. You have to take a few liberties, don't you? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of like a horror element to the game. Where you're like trying to hide from him. Because if you CG, you don't know. Pretty much.
Well, he misses a lot.
He misses the
He
ball.
does.
Like, that's what's rubbish about it.
If
like,
he's close to you, you're pretty much done.
I didn't really enjoy that part. Of the
No,
mission,
really, I like that part.
I did enjoy it, but after I defeated him, I did think, pretty sure.
Do you know what? I actually thought was
Yeah.
more unrealistic. The end part with the truck, I was like, that's so unreal. Like the fact that you shoot and it's like, and the guy's like, where is it? Come on, like that's really unrealistic. That bit. But
True. I must admit though,
great mission.
these sort of scenes are something you'd see in a film, a war
Yeah,
film.
I agree.
It's in a game that's 18 plus.
Yeah.
Don't
There's so
really
many
know the
background
complaints.
moments.
I don't get the complaints personally.
No, like people like film, people like cinema series,
Mhm.
whatever. People listen to music about people getting killed or gangs or drugs or
Yeah.
wars. So just because it's depicted in a game instead of something you watch or something you read, it's like, what's the difference? It's a form of media, right? It's I know I say this loosely, but it's entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just shown in a
And
different
it's
way.
thought provoking. It did make me
Yeah.
think. When I was playing it, I did think,
Yeah,
oh man,
same.
this is horrible. But
I mean, the second mission
it's
of the
a very good
game, Piccadilly, it's like you kind of know what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
it's like, well, this is like it's something that happens.
But all
Happened
the
before, and
missions,
it's not like it's not happened.
It's not just Piccadilly. It's like the one before at the compound.
the
like
first
there's
one.
people like you don't know essentially who these people are, but you know they're on fire and there's like
Yeah.
corpses and like they're like, oh god, just put them out of their misery, or like, come on, get it over with.
I think we also have to talk about. I can't remember the mission name. It's fairly near the end of the game with the hostage situation, because I think that's probably where a lot of the controversy probably
When
comes
you
from
are the
game.
hostage, or when you get the
When you get the
hostages.
hostages,
So
the kid and
Butcher,
the woman,
Butcher's.
yeah, the Butcher.
Yeah.
I'm
I
guessing
think
it's
that's-
wife and son.
It is.
I think that's probably where a lot of the controversy might be, because a lot of these, they're very funny about hostage sort of
And
situations.
to be fair though,
I thought it
Captain
was well
Price
done.
does. Yeah.
Captain Price.
Can you go through with this?
Yeah.
I think
And you do have a choice. Yeah, well, I chose
I
to.
did chose to.
Hey, that guy though inside, he says he can't handle it. He walks out,
Yeah,
doesn't
he
he?
walks out.
See, I don't know because I didn't do it, but can you like kill anyone in that room?
No.
You can't, right?
So
We
only
we
Butcher.
both tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We both tried.
I see. I did.
I was only intrigued to see like,
What?
am I allowed to actually kill them and
Yeah,
just
I mean,
walk
it's
out?
like-
Yeah.
Because then that would be like, well, I'm not a good guy. Well,
So what happens is
it
it's
does
like
blur
mission
the
failed.
lines anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What I actually wanted to do at that point, I don't know if like how you guys think about it, but I was like testing the game rather than like this is how I
It's
wanted
an
to play
interesting
out.
scenario.
I was doing the
So
same.
I was gonna kill Butcher's wife and kid, but leave him alive.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you can't.
But you can't. So
By the way, though, if you did something like that, you are the bad guy then.
that's what I wanted though. Like that's
Yeah.
what I wanted from the narrative.
I mean, I know
was
it
like,
blurs the
oh,
lines
can it-
anyway,
Can it
doesn't
do
it?
that?
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
blur the lines because obviously you are part of the good guys,
Mm.
but you do things
You
that
do a
are
lot
bad.
of bad things.
Yeah.
That's what Captain Price says about blurring the lines between good. It's a fine line. It's kind of that's he hints at that early on.
Well, it's like to be fair, though, it's like real life. It's not black and white. There's a lot of grey,
Yeah, of course.
and people make decisions every day, especially in that sort of them sort of scenarios that you know.
Mm.
I've also got to give a shout out to the shot in the dark mission, which I thought was done really well.
Is that the base?
Oh, no,
His
yeah.
base?
Where you go through
Burkloff?
the
Was-
different
We have to kind of do it
buildings.
stealth. We don't have to do it
Yeah.
stealthily, but you're supposed to do it stealthily.
I did it stealthy.
Yeah, I did as well.
I actually ended up getting caught. Oh, it was this bit where there was like a trap door,
Yeah.
and they all kept funneling through, and there was literally like 15 of them, and I was just there, like that's how I kind of cheesed it.
That's
I
like
got caught.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
No, I managed to stealth it.
it was quite tough. I thought. Wow, easy to get caught. I thought. So
Mm.
it was good though. I thought that mission was done well. Especially like that was annoying, wasn't it? That towards the end of the chopper when you have to avoid his fire and it's like run through.
Yeah,
Because
that was a
there is a really easy part if you're going on the right, but at first I was like, I didn't even know about that part, and I kept running and dying. And I was like, what the hell is
No,
this?
I must admit I did it the first
Yeah.
time.
I didn't see that right side of the.
I got killed a couple of times, but that was because
Yeah.
of the checkpoint prop.
Checkpoint,
Like, I got
yeah.
killed
Yeah.
once, and then
Yeah.
I was like stuck in the line of sight
Mm.
when I came back, and it just brought back COD 4 memories of
Yeah.
Mm.
checkpoints. killing
Checkpoints
me.
can be a little bit funny, can't they? Even on that
They
game.
pop
Because
so frequently. Like
Yeah.
you can get a checkpoint, like move forward like 10 seconds,
Well,
you get another checkpoint. So.
in that mission, you know, the APC thing goes round.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got put at a checkpoint where it had literally nearly seen me as the checkpoint was in. So I had to like quickly, like, it's like, that's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I did have a couple of
Yeah.
checkpoints where I respawned and there's literally a guy shooting me
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One negative thing I do think about, I think the last mission was quite weak.
I thought the
I
last mission
thought
was
the
the
end
worst part
I
of the
thought it
game.
was very weak. It's short.
There was
it's like
no
5-10
real.
minutes.
What, are you
sort
telling
of-
me that Juggernaut guy was the main kind
Yeah,
of
it
boss
was just the
fight?
boss, really.
Yeah,
Because you don't fight. What is his name? Is it Burkloff?
Barkov,
Barkov.
Barkov,
Who the
Barkov.
fuck is Burkloff?
the Merseyside version.
I thought that was a little bit. It felt a bit rushed and a bit.
Yeah.
I felt like
I thought it was going to be like an epic scene on the. You just
Yeah.
actually kill him, just like, oh, he's dead.
that was weak. That didn't
quite
feel
weak.
like impactful at all. But I think what my takeaway from the campaign was, I enjoyed it less and less as it went on. It seemed to lose its umph
I think so.
as you got through. It was like they hit you with the first like 3 missions of the game, where it was like,
I think it hits a crescendo in the middle mission. It's like, oh, this is great.
yeah,
And then maybe like from mission sort of
But you've
7,
got
8
all the,
onwards,
like,
it drops a bit.
controversy that happens early on, and then there's the hostage thing at the end. But like they hit you hard at the beginning, and then it just kind of, if it was a slope, it's just kind of like, not drastically, but it just kind of loses its power as it goes on. And the last mission, the base is boring. I mean, you and I talked as you were playing through
I
it,
didn't like it.
and you know what's going to happen anyway, and you just think that it just doesn't fit. Like, you've got all this impact at the beginning, and then at the end it's kind of like, yeah, well, knew that was going to happen.
I'm just laughing to myself because I'm remembering the mission, you know, where you're in the desert and you have to hold out.
Yeah.
And there's 10 mines on the floor. And just for a laugh, I just died. You just blow it straight. And the suicide bomber guy, if he gets to, like, did you
Oh, in the
fail
truck?
it first?
No, I didn't
In
fail.
the truck.
Well, I headshotted him second time round. I headshotted him. But the first time round, I couldn't get him, and he just goes. It's just the noise of the car. I mean, it's
That
not
was
funny.
such a
I'm laughing.
Lord of
It's
the
not
Rings
funny,
moment.
is it?
That was.
Yeah.
Bring him down!
That's literally, yeah, because
That's exactly what it was.
it's like, that's what happens. Just die.
You know what, actually, just going on that tangent of that Lord of the Rings scene, Legolas has hit like headshots for fun, and and that moment you
can't
could
hit it.
not hit
Under
it.
pressure. Just pour under pressure.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help that tactical's driving towards you and it's going like left, right, left, right.
Yeah, and the wind
Yeah.
with the arrow and the drop.
I like that mission. That was a good mission.
It was a good mission.
Did you guys like it? I
Yeah,
actually
you were
I
keen
was
on
bored in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the early parts of the mission. The later parts of the mission were a bit boring. But
Well,
the early
I
parts
I
were-
thought it was like too much time in between like things. Like it was like,
It's
look
way
at the
around,
flags,
way
look at
around,
the
yeah.
environment, look at this, and then
Wait
it's
for the
like there's a
flash
big
and
gap.
stuff.
But obviously, like with Hideo at the gas, with the gas at the end.
Well, that's the twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you like that twist? Did you see it coming? I didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't. I'm not going to
No.
pretend I did, but it was cool. It was a good idea, I thought.
Mhm.
Thought it was done pretty well.
Yeah, it was done quite well.
And clearly that's something that
It's
is
gonna
going to continue. Probably going to get radicalised, I assume. I assume that's the path they're going down. But he's going to get radicalised further.
And Farah's gonna have to take him on.
Probably.
Your own brother.
I did you guys like the prison mission? I like the prison mission.
Yeah, prison mission was alright.
Okay.
The prison at
You know
first.
what though? I
Yeah.
must admit, when he came into the cell and told me to turn around and
Oh, I
face the
thought it
wall,
was gonna
I
be horrific. I
thought,
thought,
fucking
oh my
hell,
God,
is he gonna
Yeah, you're gonna get raped.
really
I
bad?
thought it
Yeah.
was going to be like.
Now that would have been a bit like, because if
That-
you're controlling the character,
Yeah, you control
It's really
the
bad
rates
doing
and
anything.
stuff. and
Isn't that
stuff.
quite funny and really bad that we both? I thought that as well.
I reckon
sure
a lot of
everyone
people
thought
would
that.
have. Because when he said, I was like, I better be able to pick something up and do this guy in as soon as he comes near me.
Yeah, that would have been. I think that would have been a step too
Oh,
far.
yeah,
They
I don't
wouldn't
think
have
they'd get away with
that.
No.
You know, even in movies, that's
I think
Right,
though
so-
they did that on purpose.
yeah.
Definitely to make
To make
people
it
think
seem
like, oh
that
shit,
They
this is
invoke
gonna
that
happen.
emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
going down. and-
He tells you to turn around pretty quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I like that mission. That was good.
That
I like
mission
most
was
of the
good.
missions in the game. That's the thing. It's just the odd
Did you-
mission where it kind of took me out a little bit. I think.
Did
The
you
last
tell him the
mission-
truth when you were getting waterboarded?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Did he shoot
I kept lying.
the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I feel like if you tell him the
He's
truth
gonna,
anyway, he's
yeah,
going to
I'm
kill
sure
him.
she has to die.
I did say I am Kareem at the end though.
Oh, at the end, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know. I
So
felt like
everyone
that was
did
probably the thing
that.
to say.
I said Kareem is dead, Kareem is dead, Kareem,
Same.
and then I am Kareem at the end.
Yeah.
We all did the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Very
well.
Yeah. What? Who was Kareem? I know it was her,
You
but
said
you
no,
are
but I mean, like, I didn't get the story. I don't know where the name came
Well,
from.
you're like commander, aren't you? You're like the messages getting passed to you.
Right.
In prison and stuff,
So
and
he,
you're like the.
so as he
person
knows,
who's trying to infer who
Kareem
it
is the leader,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know who Kareem is.
Well,
I
he
don't
does
know,
though,
I don't
doesn't
know
he?
the origin of the name.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
maybe
what I
it's
mean.
a dad, so I
It
don't-
kind of
I
came
don't
out of
know.
nowhere for me because I was like, Kareem, why is he on about Kareem?
Yeah.
Well, I knew I was because Hadias.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
He
so-
does know though, because at the end he says that.
I've
I knew
known all along. Yeah.
Whether that's
Yeah.
true or not, I don't know. But
It's probably
he's just trying to test you, isn't he?
Mm.
So,
Oh, we should go quickly back to the butcher one. Did you let him live? Did you kill him?
oh, I killed him.
Killed
No, I
him.
killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as
when
I
I couldn't
can't
kill
kill
his
him.
kids, I was like,
Do
oh,
you know,
I'll
you
just
know
kill
what?
him
The
then.
only reason I killed him, I actually thought if I don't kill him, he's going to come back and haunt me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought he'd come back and kill my
I
character.
do wonder what happens if you don't kill him. That's interesting.
I read it up. I read up on it. Apparently, nothing changes.
No, right, okay, so it's point.
Yeah, it's pointless.
I don't like
That's
that
just
games.
weak.
I like
He
the
gets
games
arrested.
where
What's the point?
I'd like to see like maybe like he's the main villain in the last mission.
Mm.
If you don't kill him,
Instead of the
you know,
Juggernaut.
instead of like or
Yeah.
just something interesting. But
do you know actually? Do you know on the bit with the embassy? Did you open the door?
can't
Did you
remember
test
the
that
embassy,
out?
what bit was the
He's got the kid with the gun.
Right at the beginning. With
Right
the
at the
butcher.
beginning, and he's like, "Open the door, and I won't
Yeah.
kill him." I opened it to see what would happen, and he fucking just bang bang kills him and you straight away.
I didn't open it.
Oh, I did. I wanted to see what would happen.
I did open it.
Yeah.
I died, yeah.
He kills both of you anyway.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna. I knew. I had a
Yeah, you wanted
feeling
to
this
do
was
it
gonna
anyway,
happen,
yeah.
but I wanted to see
You wanted to see
because
it,
I
yeah.
like to try out pretty much
Oh,
everything
yeah,
I
yeah,
can.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I tried to like piss off people, I think, as much as possible. Like, if
Yeah.
you see someone getting executed and you can save them, I was like, nah, let's just keep going. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I tried
No
to do.
heart.
I tried to
Tried
do
to
the
do
things
antagonistic
that
things,
people
yeah,
have
yeah.
been pissed off about, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, let's test it. But I think that's a good like segue onto it. The controversial missions that people were like, this has to be scrapped from the game. They were the ones where you had the night vision goggles on and you were storming those small houses with the
London
Yes,
House
yes,
and
yeah,
the
the house. I
one
actually
in the
just-
base.
Ursig
was
style,
Ursig
whatever
style,
it
yeah.
was.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got that, and you've got
Because the civilians, you can't
there's
actually
civilians. There's
You can't kill him.
kill. You can kill a
I
couple,
shot
yeah.
one and it said
yeah, mission failed.
mission failed.
You not kill any of them?
No.
No, but
Right.
what
Okay.
what like my biggest problem with it is right is in these like small like breach
Can I just
houses.
interject? I'm thinking of Piccadilly. You can shoot. You can accidentally shoot.
Oh, in the
someone
street you can
Piccadilly.
kill civilians.
Yeah,
but
not
there's a
the-
limit.
That's cross
The limit,
fire,
yeah.
yeah.
If you kill too many.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, going back to it, it's like these houses are full of like bad guys,
Terrorists.
and then civilians who are not civilians because they grab AKs
Yeah,
and
they-
start
yeah.
trying to shoot on you, and like
Specifically the women, aren't they? A lot,
Mhm.
lot of
well they
grab
are
the guns.
women, yeah,
women.
and the kids.
Because you get kind of surprised at it. You go, oh right, they're going on a gun and
Yeah.
shoot them. You know.
So this happens
Don't
like
expect it.
twice or so in the
Yeah.
game where the different houses, but a female civilian grabs an AK and starts.
But not
going
all females in there do the same, do they? Some actually.
some hide
coward,
or go
yeah.
for their kid or something. And I just thought like it's not like because before the game comes out we only like we read and we hear what people have said about
Yeah.
these hugely controversial moments, and I think about it like playing through it, you breach a house, you kill the what
Bad
would be
guys.
terrorist,
Yeah.
and then someone grabs an AK and
would
starts
shoot.
spraying. Like, they're no
Well,
longer a
you're a
civilian.
civilian.
Like I know it's the whole like, but that line between they're just scared, they don't know what they're doing, they think you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
But put yourself in that position. Like, what are you gonna do? Get killed?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Like you just.
In real
that's
life,
how
it's
it is. Like
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like if there's like an occasion where they're maybe just attacking you with like a, then you
Maybe
might
you
try
can
and make
melee
it
out.
happen.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna blow
If they pull
someone's
a
head
gun
off
on
if
you,
they come at you with a
If
spoon.
they pull a gun
like,
on you,
it's
you,
like-
you wouldn't hesitate. They wouldn't hesitate.
No,
They're
of
trained
course
to
not.
not. They shoot.
because they can't. Because that's like their whole squad.
Yeah. So
So
it is controversial because it's a controversial game anyway, and the
Yeah.
mission's controversial to be honest. But it is. This is what happens. So it's like, is it that?
I will say,
controversial?
like, I
don't
didn't
know.
feel it was as controversial as
No.
was made out to the extent of this game needs to be rewritten
Mm.
to
Right,
get
yeah.
rid of these
No.
missions. I wasn't feeling that. It invoked a little bit of I understand, but this is like it
Do you-
just wasn't as bad. Like
Do you think? I mean, I might be way off with this. Do you think that they complained that it was more controversial because it was one of the early missions was a London house that they were
Probably.
breaching
yeah.
and doing that in?
Probably.
Because we've seen similar to this
Mm.
in loads of games that are in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere near as much.
Yeah, but as soon as this can happen in London, you're
Yeah.
telling me that the SAS haven't. So what? They just recruit people to work in the SAS and do nothing.
Yeah.
No.
They obviously go around doing
They just
stealth
sit
missions,
around.
tactical missions
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
similar to this.
Things no one would ever hear about.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of,
That is
of
the
stuff
point,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But you have to. So unfortunately, it's just things you have to have to do.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna like name names or like call out sites or people, but I've read and I've listened to a lot of reviews, and a lot of them have gone down the same line of, especially like YouTubers have said,
Mm.
I wonder if I can support this product after an hour of playing, but I couldn't, so I turned it off.
Yeah.
Come
that's it.
on, man! Like it's not. They were
But
saying
these are the
things
same
like,
people. If it was one of their favourite franchises and there was a bit of contract, they would excuse
Yeah,
anything away.
apologies.
It's the same.
So-
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the mission. Is it From Russia with Love? Not Love.
It's James
On the
Bond.
game.
That's Johnny
Modern
Bond.
Warfare.
Yeah, on the old Modern Warfare, the Russian one.
No Russian.
No Russian.
That is worse than anything that's in this game,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I
And
don't
by
know
the
if you
way,
guys
that
get
was
it.
far worse.
quite
Yeah.
unanimously praised as a good mission back then because
Was
it was controversial.
But now
and it
people look
pushed the
back and go,
boundaries of realism,
"It's too much."
and now it's like, oh, it's too realistic, so you went over the mark. And
I must admit,
that's-
I did that mission as well a couple of times, and I did do a part when I didn't even shoot.
same.
I just walked.
to see both.
Yeah, see
Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
because you don't have to shoot at all. Do you?
No.
No.
But that mission is, to me,
Oh, it's
worse
worse.
than things that are in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's way
way
worse.
worse. I mean,
Because you are doing it yourself. Like
Yeah.
in London, like for example, like the bomb goes off as you
Mhm.
as you're sitting in
Mhm.
traffic. As it's like smoke and like rubble everywhere, you've got like guys jumping on top of cars and like AKing through the
Yeah.
roof and stuff like that. That's far worse, like visually. The airport is far worse visually.
Yeah, you're
Gunning
running
down
down
like
civilians.
hundreds of
civilians.
kids.
Yeah.
women, men, it doesn't matter, within seconds,
Mm.
and you're going to be like super offended by a bomb going off,
And you taking on the
and you taking
bad
out
guys.
bad guys. Like,
Well, the bad guys in the
yeah.
scenario.
So that old mission, the Russian, was way worse than
Yeah, I
than what
think,
we've got now.
you have to remember the world's changed a lot in 10 years, hasn't it? The world is
Massively.
a lot different now than it
Yeah,
was 10
it's-
years ago, as we all know. So,
That wouldn't pass now.
oh no, no
No.
chance, no chance that would not.
But I did want to just bring up the comparisons. I
Yeah.
did think that was worse than
Yeah.
anything that happened. I mean, this. I don't get the controversy around the game. I can get why people will play it, and it's
Yeah.
thought provoking to the point where you are like, oh, this is horrible.
I can understand.
In terms of the scenes, and you're thinking, God, this happens in real
I
life.
can understand, some people maybe playing it and being like, I don't know if I can personally play this because I don't like what I'm seeing.
Mm.
But I don't think that it's then fair to chastise the game online and say
Mm.
no one should play it. It's a disgrace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like watching like a gory horror movie and going, well, I don't like Texas Chainsaw. I don't like that sort of stuff.
Mm.
I hate that sort of stuff in movies, but some people love it. I'm not going to stop.
He loved it.
But I'm not going to say to you,
Yeah,
should be banned.
you should
Yeah.
not watch that film.
No, I just won't watch it.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. If it
Just like
doesn't appeal
someone
to
playing
you,
the
then
game
so
can
be it.
say, well, all right, I will stop playing
Yeah.
it. It's not really for
But
me. I didn't.
it's the same recently with Joker, isn't it? The controversy and backlash that's faced, and
Yeah.
I've seen that. You haven't.
I haven't
have
seen
you?
it yet.
Have you seen
I
it?
haven't
Oh, okay.
I've read the controversy.
Only I've
Yeah.
seen it, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, there's
No, not that controversial.
It's not really.
Is it, you know?
no.
I find it really
There's a
hard
lot
to
worse out
believe,
there.
right, that anybody could play, and I'm just going to pull like a random game from the franchise here, but I find it really hard to believe that anyone could play like Black Ops 2
Hmm.
and be completely fine with it, and then play the new Modern Warfare and not be. Like,
Mm.
if you're a Call of Duty fan, if you're a Call of Duty player, you know what happens in those kind of games.
I think they definitely upped the ante in this one. They've
They
upped the
did.
ante. They've made more sort of.
But I don't see you
Harrowing,
being into
gory
those kind of
moments.
games and then like
No.
seeing a harrowing or like a gory moment and then going like, it's too much. Like, if you like those kind of games, you like those kind of games. If you
Yeah.
put yourself through it to like just say I've done it and
And what
I understand
yeah.
that. But if you're a fan, you're a fan. You haven't just disconnected from the
No.
whole series because there was a controversial moment like that. That
I do
doesn't make
wonder
sense.
whether like with say some like horror games where people get criticised and they're too gory for gory's
Yeah.
sake, because it's like you're fighting like monsters and like zombies. It's like who people kind of go, well, who cares? It's not real anyway.
Yeah.
I think because this is things that actually do, like the stuff with the gas and stuff. That's things that happen and do happen every year. We've seen this stuff in like Syria and stuff like that, but. I wonder whether that's why people go like, this. I'm not sure about this. It's a bit of a, this is happening in real life. We shouldn't be glorifying it. I think that's probably why I assume they're more.
Yeah.
Because if it's just a random game about like aliens or something, who cares how much about
It's
it?
always
not
different
real.
when it's made
Yeah,
up,
yeah, that's what I
basically.
mean.
Yeah. But there are plenty of games out there that
Of course.
you play that are realistic
Yeah.
in terms of like this happens, people get murdered
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know. That's like you do make a good point with it.
I'm just
but-
playing devil's advocate.
No, I know.
I
I just yeah.
I understand the point. I just think it's like accentuated to the like point of being like, is that actually your feeling? Like, is that
No, I'm-
genuinely the way? Like, you play an hour and you go, no, I have to uninstall the game and get rid of it. It's too much.
Yeah.
That feels to me like a bit
See-
far-fetched.
See, to me, like it's like you said before. You kind of feel bad saying it, like you enjoy it because you're not. It's one of them missions where it's like, oh, you enjoy seeing people gas. Well, no. But I enjoyed the mission. I think it added a lot to the game.
No, you didn't enjoy seeing people gas.
No, I didn't
you
enjoy
enjoyed
that.
seeing like
The whole thing come
that,
together.
Yeah,
like,
what was happening there.
What is it showing? It showed like why are they so angry? The people. Like,
Yeah.
Why are the
Yeah.
terrorists angry? Why
I
are
just-
the Russians angry?
yeah.
It shows every
Why
angle.
are
I
the
think
journalists angry? Like,
Yeah, it shows
I
every
think
angle.
enjoyed's the wrong word.
yeah.
I think it's...
Yeah, Joy probably isn't.
It was
intriguing.
Intriguing, thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it in the past, I don't like this vision of, I live in a world...
Utopian society.
Everything's good, nothing bad happens, I
Yeah.
don't need to see that. It's like, sometimes you need to get some context.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Or you don't, and you don't play it because it's not your kind of thing.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm just
fine.
thinking with real life.
Yeah.
You've got to get context with news and stuff, and
Yeah.
find out what's going on out there so you can actually know and be informed. And
I agree.
I just think some people, they do have their heads in the cloud, don't they? Some people just do.
It's kind of like
the world's perfect.
It's
They
kind
don't
of
see
like
any
the
bad.
Outside,
having your
online.
fingers in your ear,
Yeah.
having your fingers in your ear, the la la la, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's like, well,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's going to be gone just because you're doing that.
No, exactly. But
But you know,
overall,
I really enjoy the campaign.
yeah,
overall.
campaign was good.
Yeah.
There was bits like, towards the last
ending
mission
was
soured it a little
great.
bit for me.
I would definitely stop at campaign was good. I
think
in the build up to the game, I
It was a bit
thought it was going to be
I enjoyed
better
it.
than it was for me.
Oh, okay,
it
fair
tailed off too much.
I think the ending was weak, but the campaign was good, and I
Yeah.
did enjoy it.
See, I would personally still give it a 9, even though there's problems.
A 9?
I think, yeah, I would. I know, like, it's not a 10 at all.
No.
I mean, there's the last mission even probably brings it down half a point for me,
Mm.
but I think it's a 9 because I think it's one of the strongest campaigns I've played.
I'd give
in Call of Duty for a while.
I'd give the campaign 8.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd give
going
it an
7. I didn't think
Fair
it was.
Well, there you go. That's quite a nice.
yeah, it is. I mean, I thought it might have been. I just when I compare it to other COD campaigns, I think this is a lot stronger than most of them. Like,
I don't
I actually
know,
still
I
think
think
Infinite
it
Warfare is
was.
probably. I really enjoy that Infinite Warfare
I did enjoy
campaign.
that.
But this one was more powerful, I think. It's just a powerful campaign. Man.
I'd have to play the older ones to remember them properly. I'd still have nostalgia with them. That's the issue.
Yeah.
You
There
know,
was a
when you
lot of
remember
similarities to COD 4, wasn't there? They were clearly trying to go for that
Yeah,
COD
but
4.
even the missions, like
Yeah.
design, like
I
Games in the
actually
Mist was so
think-
similar to the Blackout mission, and
I actually think they've done the variety of missions was actually really well done.
Mm.
Like there was some missions where there was more action, some with less, some with more stealth, some with just all out warfare.
Yeah, it was done well.
So I thought it was good.
I do want to get our thoughts as well on the multiplayer, because obviously that's a massive component of any COD game.
Well, this is where it sours for me.
Well,
Most of it.
I'll quickly start then and say I actually don't mind the multiplayer. I like it more than you guys. I do, however, agree with Perks on this that I think the maps are slightly too big.
I don't know.
They're between medium and large, where they used to be in the past medium and small for me. And I think you mentioned it, it's trying to be like Battlefield and another game rolled into
Rainbow
one.
Six
like
Siege.
Rainbow Six.
Well, the combat of Rainbow Six Siege
The
with
combat
the
of Siege with the
Battlefield,
maps
it just
of
does not
Battlefield,
work.
exactly why I said I don't want to sit here and say, like, even when I've been playing the game, like, I don't load into a multiplayer game and think, please let it be bad so I can turn the game off. Like, I know it seems like that sometimes with me, but
Does it?
no.
No.
But it's like we've played. I mean, me personally, I think I'm at like 10 hours or something online, and I've seen the same thing in every game, and I've had the same vibe in every game. And as like a kickoff statement, the best way I can describe it is like I said to you guys on chat the other day. I love the gunplay. I love everything about the quote unquote game. But I hate playing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like COD. It doesn't feel fun. And I didn't play Black Ops 4 very much multiplayer wise. We played loads of Blackout. That even the small amount of multiplayer I played felt like a COD game, but it wasn't. I didn't love it. It wasn't great. But I compare it to like what the staples of COD are over the years. It's fast paced. It's
tight.
twitch shooting. It's tight combat. It's 1,000,000 miles an hour. When you die, you respawn. You're straight back in. You don't have to.
On this one.
You have to run for like 30 seconds to get to a point.
Now that is frustrating. I
That's
agree.
Battlefield. They even put in the Battlefield game mode, for God's sake, and just called it something different with the 5 points across the map. It's
And that
horrible.
map is huge.
Yeah.
We played a bit, didn't we? Jeez.
So
I
I
mean,
think
that
if you love Battlefield, you probably like it.
I've got to say that map we played last night, that bridge on the sand. Oh, that might be one of the worst maps I've ever seen in a
Which
COD
one?
game. I don't. You did.
The construction.
Is that the one
layer.
when I went off?
We played it though the other day. It's the one with
it's
the
awful.
broken bridge type
bridge
thing in the
and the
middle and with the
snipers
construction
all-
site.
Oh
It's
yeah,
terrible.
no, I played that a few times.
That might be the
now.
worst map in the game by far. I mean, we couldn't move.
Yeah.
As soon as someone gets control of
the
that,
map,
yeah,
though, like there's
just
just something about the way people play. Like COD, like, and I'll use like snipers as a reference here. COD has always been like, you watch highlights of COD, you watch the elite players. they're quick scopers. Like they have a sniper or a marksman rifle, they're running, and then in the blink of an eye, it's quick scope, they get a kill. Now it's like, you just play against people aiming down sights, like the hard scoping is horrendous. Someone will spawn, go to a point, and I know people will say like, well, that happens on every shooter, but it's rife on this one. Like every team is doing it in team deathmatch, for God's sake.
It feels
what
like
are you doing?
you either come up with a team that'll camp spawn you, or you'll come up against a team who stay in their own spawn area and snipe from there.
Yeah.
And it's the worst map for that has to be the Piccadilly one.
Map.
People just stay down the side street and just wait for you to come in view. We had that game last night, didn't we?
That was terrible.
Yeah. And
3 people hard scoping them.
Yeah, down there. Yeah. We drew the game because they refused to come out, and we thought, all right, well, we'll just stay.
Somehow we drew the game.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Like there's always like me in particular, I must sound like so bitter when I complain about things like this, but it just drives me mad. And it's not like, oh, get good, get them out, you can shoot them and get rid of them. No, because they respawn in the same spot and then you're doing it again. Like what chance do you have it's literally an alleyway like that, and there's a building on the right that you can flank through, but it has like an L shape at the end, so you can't go around that L without having someone siege like with a gun like this peeking around the wall. They have every angle of sight covered, so when you do come into that, you die invariably more often than not. And I'm not just being salty about getting killed. This isn't COD.
No.
COD is like, here's the map, here's team 1, here's team 2, and it's just a mosh together. Like everyone is fast paced, everyone's into it. Now it's like, camping is so, I used the word before, it's rife, like, and I don't know where that happened. Black Ops 4 was the last game, even though I didn't love it.
I played it quite a bit online with our mate Adam, and it was quick, and it felt, I don't remember many people who camped.
No. Because
you're always going to get the odd one, but not to this extent.
This is like half the team, if not the full.
If not them all, right? And maps can be like 10v10, and the map can be huge, and if you've got 10 people with like marksman rifles right at the back,
and you get killed, you have to respawn and run.
So you're like, alright, I understand, the whole team's there, I'm not going to do the same thing again. I'll go a different, oh wait, there's someone there as well.
Yeah.
I'll go the other way, there's someone there as well. So you can't know until it's too late.
Yeah.
And then you've respawned like 5 times, and the score's got away from your team. I don't understand how this happened. When did COD become about being campy and hard scoping with snipers in the back of spawns?
With this one, clearly. That's when it's become like that.
It seems to.
There's no transition to it though, like the previous game wasn't like that. There's been no interim.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the next Call of Duty next year, whether they go back to, I mean, it's not going to be Modern Warfare 2 because the development teams are probably like Black Ops 5, whatever it is.
Black Ops 5.
Or something like that, whatever they make of it. It was a new one, but it'll be interesting to see if they change it back. Or they keep this sort of Rainbow Six style.
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six style or not, because that'll be interesting. So.
Yeah, typically I think like peeking around walls and like leaning guns on cover and stuff like that's quite a good addition, and then you see how it's used and you think, oh my god, like
it makes sense in Rainbow Six Siege because the game's about about camping. It's attackers against defenders. It's the whole point is to be like, you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
In a COD game, you don't want to be in a COD game. You're not supposed to be going around walls like, is this? Yeah. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? You have to be, and that's not COD. That's Rainbow Six. Well, it's not COD.
And again, like I'll open it up a little bit. Like when you play Search and Destroy or Cyber Assault, like the new game mode that's just a rip off from other games, you do expect that.
Yeah.
Not when you play Domination, not when you play Team Deathmatch or Headquarters. Like Search and Destroy, you get a life. So if you're going to play it aggressively and die, you can't complain.
I mean, maybe that's the mode we should be playing, Search and Destroy, because
we already are. We're already playing Team Search and Destroy. Like,
but
I just don't get it. Like, I don't know where this happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't enjoy it, and I don't see it changing, which leads me to think like I'm not going to enjoy this multiplayer, so I'm just not going to play it.
See, I'm a little bit. I agree with points with the how people are playing now on the map. Some of the maps are a bit too big, but not the best. Let's just put it that way. But I do have more enjoyment out of it. I just love the way COD is as a shooter.
It feels.
Yeah,
so
the way it feels. I really enjoy that, and but I'm not the best at it, and I never was. So I don't really. I do get frustrated, obviously, when I constantly die, but most of the time I'm probably getting 9 kills between 9 and 12 and getting 10 deaths plus. Yeah. So it's like
It's a good return this year, to be fair.
Yeah,
Like, if
probably
you get a
is.
1 KD now, you've done it.
Mate, I had my best one yet the other night with you.
Yeah.
I got 17 kills and like 9 deaths. And then I went,
Yeah.
woo, straight down that map.
Well, I said to you the other day, like I've gone from being like a 3 KD in Black Ops 4 to being like a 0.6 in Modern Warfare. Like I can't live with that.
It's frustrating, but I still do enjoy it. I'm gonna play it more. I might obviously change my mind the more I play
We need
it.
to play it more to get a true definitive.
We've played it quite a bit.
We are,
but we do need to play it a bit more
probably
to
a bit
really
more stuff.
nail down. I think Bert's already made his mind up. There's a real nail.
Maybe
No,
I might
no,
actually do a
opinion.
bit of search and destroy because it seems like that might actually go alright on that game. The way it
That's
is.
just rough in itself though, because like we don't know the maps fully yet, and search and
Well, that's why you
destroy
have to
is
play
like
it
you
more.
have to know the little niche areas of the map, and
It doesn't help we don't know the maps either. If we knew the maps a bit better, I feel like we
I literally just said that.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
That's my point.
I don't mean just for search and destroy. I mean for all modes. like,
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like I know most of the maps now.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't feel confident in
you
search
don't
and
know the
destroy.
intricacies
Like,
of every. You need to
yeah,
know
where someone
where
would
every
be.
door is and where.
There's one map I know more.
Yeah.
It's the map. Is it St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Or Saint Novosgrad or whatever it's
It's
called.
the one when they, with the trams.
Street, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I know
easy.
everywhere
That's- I
where
like
they
that.
hide.
That's actually
They
one of
hide
the
either on the
game.
dumpster in the little
Yeah.
alley bit there, or they hide in the house, or in the little
Well,
alley
that's
there,
actually one of the
I
most
know all the
that feels
little
like
bits.
COD. I like that map. It
or
feels
they
like
snipe in the middle.
It's quite
Yeah, they
compact,
hard scope
isn't it?
down
It's
the
quite
lanes.
thin. It's
Mm.
quite compact. I like that map. But,
That is more
That's
COD.
terrible.
I will give it that.
but yeah, so well COD overall, and I think it's a good game. I've enjoyed it. I think it's.
I've enjoyed it.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed the single player. So the multiplayer, yeah, okay, not great, but
I'm gonna give the multiplayer more time.
You're
Like I
gonna give it
said,
more time, so-
I think I prefer it
Yeah.
more than you guys. So I'm gonna stick overall with an 8 out of 10 for COD, include
Yeah.
the whole package.
if I was
I'd go
including the
8
whole
out of 10.
package, I'd go for an 8 as well. Because I think
Yeah.
the multiplayer's probably like a 7 and the campaign's a 9, so I'd go for an average of 8.
Yeah, I'll. This is gonna sound bizarre, but I would say 7.5 overall, and I know like that doesn't make sense based on what I've said, but the game itself is good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the core of the game is
it's good.
fine, and I enjoy that. I just don't like how it's being played, so I'm not gonna hold that against the game. So
Yeah.
7.5 overall for me. It's good, but I did expect better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave it on that, and we'll move on to our second topic of the day.
Can I just say before you, just a quick word about Outer Worlds?
Oh,
Did-
yes. You want to touch on?
Well, I know you're
World?
not playing much, have you? But
Mate, I've played it for like an hour and a
or
half.
so. Yeah. But I played it for about 5-6 hours now. I like it.
Mm.
It feels like Fallout, doesn't it? To me. I never even played it a bit, but you get that
Yeah.
sense straight away. The
Mate.
first guy you talk to does that similar Fallout.
Mate,
dialogue
as soon as you
option.
talk to someone, like, does that camera zoom on the
Yeah,
face?
you know
I
it's
was like,
so
this is basically
Obsidian's-
Fallout.
But it's kind of nice. I kind of like it because it feels familiar.
Mm.
Like, it feels like a game that's like, I'm probably going to like this.
Well,
So-
it's getting rave reviews at the moment.
Yeah, it's really good. I think like it's one of the games as well. Further on, you'll probably enjoy it more and more as you go on.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet, but it looks really
It does-
bright,
it's
colourful, and
It
it
is.
just
It's good.
looks like it's gonna
Yeah,
be good.
it
Like,
is
I get a good vibe about that.
Yeah, and
From what I played so
the
far.
characters seem good as well. Like the sort of companions.
Yeah.
companions
Well, I've only got that one.
Pavati.
Bavati.
It's quite good
yeah.
actually. I've played with her quite a bit, and there's more you can get and stuff like that. So, and even like the sort of well, not villains, but people you talk to, and then
Hmm.
because obviously the first mission you have to make a choice straight away.
Yeah, that's
So,
a bit
like,
hard.
yeah, and it's like it's interesting to see like how one's really angry when you do it, one's not, and it's typical Fallout
Hmm.
sort of stuff. So I enjoy it. I think as well with the game, I think the only negative I've got so far from what I've played is the world is a bit sparse.
Hmm.
There's not really much. Like on Fallout, you can explore a lot of areas. It feels on this one now. I'm only on going off the first planet. I'm hoping that other planets there's more. But this first planet, there's the main areas, the main 3 or 4 areas, but then there's not really many side things after that. There's the side missions to do and stuff, which is fine, but there's not really much to explore. There's not. I feel like it's a bit sparse, just a bit sparse. Even the wildlife's a bit sparse.
Hmm.
Not really much there at the minute. I think that has been one complaint with the game. But obviously I'm only on the first.
See how it evolves, I guess.
I'm back
Yeah.
to the ship now. You can get to choose between worlds.
Yeah. I guess
That's
this
gonna be
will
interesting.
be where you find out if it opens up. a
But to
bit.
be honest, I think with Outer Worlds we'll talk about that more next. I'll have more to say on it next
Yeah.
week when I've played it more. So.
Yeah, I probably won't have played it more because I'm going away on holiday, but yeah, I'll get round to it. Obviously, I'll go off what you say.
It's a
and
single
see
player
if I
game,
like
there's
it.
no rush, is there?
Yeah.
No, there isn't. But So yeah, we're going to topic number 2. It's Ubisoft delays Watch Dogs Legion, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and Gods and Monsters, Ghost Recon, Breaking Point, and The Division 2 underperformed.
Yeah.
So, as reported by Market Screener, Ubisoft broke the news during a recent financial call with Ubisoft co-founder and CEO
Yves Guillemot.
That's
the accent.
I didn't want to get that wrong. Stating that he wants his teams to have more development time to ensure that the respective innovations are perfectly implemented so as to deliver optimal experiences for players. So, what do we make of this news? Obviously, Ubisoft.
I mean, this comes on the back of the Last of Us delay as well. So there's quite a lot of games being delayed out of the first half of the year.
There is.
Because, it was looking ridiculously packed, wasn't it?
It was.
Wow, so many games apparently coming out.
Now there's nothing there.
I think there's still a few games. There's still quite a few games coming
Yeah.
out, but it's a bit more spread out now. Obviously, Last of Us has been delayed till May. We don't actually know the release dates now of these games. It just says like mid to second half of the year, so you'd assume maybe some are going to be maybe summer games, some are probably going to be August, September games. So, because they'll want to get them out before they release the new consoles, obviously. Because
you'd think so.
Well, yeah, definitely.
So they're going to be like, I reckon a lot of these are going to be August, September, maybe October at the latest games. It's weird though, isn't it? Because with Watch Dogs, it looked like it was done almost, like E3.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if this is more of a tactical move in it, maybe decision rather than a polished decision with Watch Dogs.
I find it hard to believe, but I don't
Seems
get me wrong.
strange to me.
I'm all for a game being delayed if it makes the game better.
Well, delays are never bad, is it? It can never make a game worse.
Crackdown 3.
Didn't make the game worse. I think what you have to think, that game would have been even worse.
I think, but delays can make it worse for the game going forward because they can lose
long term. They can,
customers. So.
But it can't make the game technically worse.
You wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think so. Shouldn't do.
But people, if they keep trying to perfect something and they keep making little adjustments, they could end up.
Well, the longer it goes on, they lose interest in it, and it's like, oh, come on.
But you feel like, especially like the Last of Us, you feel like that's not.
We're confident.
No, like the Last of Us is fine. This is like a massive part of Ubisoft's catalogue. It's like,
it's huge. One of the biggest games of the year.
Yeah, like why are they all delayed? Like
Rainbow Six as well.
We talked before, and it was like, I understand like one game or a couple of games maybe will get delayed, but this is like, so we've delayed this thing. So then that means this is delayed, and then that's delayed, and then what?
It's got to be down to money.
Something has happened
because
it's not as easy.
Yeah, he does say as well that we have not capitalised on the potential of our latest 2 AAA releases. So obviously that's Ghost Recon and Division 2.
Well, so based on that quote though, that's like saying we released them at the wrong time. Like we didn't capitalise on that, but it's because that ties in with delays.
We mentioned it before though. Division 2, it feels like their expectations were way too big,
too high. Division 1 did well though, so maybe relative they think Division 2 should have done much better because of the reputation of the first one. But I actually think Division 2 is a better game than the first one as well.
It's a much better game.
I haven't played it
way better.
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't even complete it, but what I played, I really liked it.
You loved it to begin with, didn't you?
Really
I know. I remember you saying.
There was something addictive about the gameplay in that game. It was really strange. There's something addictive about the game. It was good. But obviously they must have thought it was going to be even bigger than it was.
Money talks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess they're thinking, well, if they're the only 2 games we released, we need that to be the big seller. And obviously we've seen the problems with Ghost Recon. I mean, microtransactions. And apparently the game's pretty average as well.
Yeah.
I played Ghost Recon Wildlands, the one before it, and it wasn't good.
Well, this one,
this one's been made in about 2 years.
What's the main character guy? The guy from Walking Dead. Can't remember his name in real life. Punisher.
John Berthman.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can kill him within like the first hour of the game.
Oh, really?
And then in future cutscenes, it's his second-hand man who's the main villain.
That makes no sense.
See, it's kind of like, ooh, that's interesting. But in actuality, that's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've paid a lot of money for that guy. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
To be the main villain.
Then you kill them. Or you can.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Godzilla with Bryan Cranston. In the film for 10 minutes and then
the marketing made out like he was the main character going to try and take down Godzilla or whatever.
10 minutes and he dies and then the rest of the film's absolutely terrible.
Spoiler for an old film.
Spoiler, it's an awful film. So.
Yeah, that doesn't need a spoiler warning.
They call it Godzilla.
Remember that? Great moment. Best moment of the film, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the new one.
What? The Monsters or whatever?
Yeah,
it looks awful.
Isn't it all on DVD now?
I think it is.
Yeah, because it was out in cinemas a few months back.
Millie Bobby Brown on Stranger Things.
It did. But no, probably won't watch it.
No.
I give up with that franchise now.
But yeah, just going back to this, I think so. I guess we're kind of assuming that because of the underperformance of these two games, they're thinking, right, we really need to kind of not go back to the drawing board because a lot of these games are pretty much made, but we really need to add extra things to these games. We need to polish them, make sure they're of a quality.
Quality over quantity.
You can never guarantee sales, can you? Obviously, because some games might just hit, some might not. But with stuff like Rainbow Six, they'll want that to be successful. Off the back of Rainbow Six Siege, which is one of the most successful games this generation, really.
It's still massive now.
It's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when we first played that, and it didn't sell that well. It sold averagely.
Siege was weird because I can't really think of any other game like it in that category. Because when it first launched, people generally played it and said, "No, this is alright."
I thought it was pretty good. It was fun.
And then people stopped playing, and then all of a sudden it kind of it embered a little bit, and then all of a sudden it was resurgence, and it just kept growing and growing.
Right.
It's one of the biggest esports games now, anyway, or on the pro circuit, whatever it's called, for Rainbow Six Siege. And I don't know what happened to that game. It just blew up. Yeah, literally out of nowhere. So I think whatever happens with the new one, it's going to do well because
you would assume
is such a big hit.
Although I don't know if it's exactly the same as Siege. I think it might be a slightly
I mean,
game.
literally on the name alone.
Yeah, you would assume on the name alone.
It will.
I remember that trailer. It kind of looked a bit like horror. It had horror elements to it almost. It was kind of felt like maybe there was some sort of aliens or something, or some weird stuff going on with
Rainbow
it.
Six with aliens.
Yeah, so it felt like more. Are they trying to go for a Left 4 Dead vibe with it, or maybe something like that?
I must admit, I haven't seen it.
So,
I haven't seen the trailer, so I can't.
It should do well though, based off the name alone.
It will,
and it looked pretty good.
It will.
I wonder though if Ubisoft had the mindset of we just keep churning out games, quantity. They sell well enough.
Yeah.
They're doing well, and now they've had a reality check when they've gone, oh, actually, we're not making as much money as we want, so obviously that'll end up losing money in the long term. So now they're thinking, okay, we actually need to make quality games, or just give more time to the devs to make a complete
it's strange though
game.
Because with some of the franchises they've already done it, and some they haven't. It's like a mixture. Because with Assassin's Creed, we saw how tired that was getting.
Yeah.
Same recycled formula, same type of game every time, and then it started with Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins. That was the catalyst where it was like, oh, this is much better.
Stop doing yearly releases and you can enhance the game massively.
Now that's funny because Assassin's Creed Odyssey actually was a year release, but it was a different development team.
Yeah, exactly.
And you loved it.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was great. If they make more games like that, they're on to a winner because they're great games. And that game sold well. It does well because it got added a lot of free content, story missions. They've even got a thing in it where you can create your own stories and stuff like that in it, which is actually meant to be really good. You can create your own storylines and stuff like that, which is awesome. So they've extended the life of that game. DLC's pretty good as well, so they need to do that more with their games rather than these sort of half-arsed attempts, really, a lot of these games. I even see Far Cry New Dawn. It's that was half-arsed, wasn't it? They just tried to capitalise on the success of Far Cry and go, let's rush. Yeah, it could have been DLC. That could have easily been DLC.
It might as well.
I was going to say it's DLC.
And I thought that game was average, really poor. I played it for 5 hours and I was like, I can't.
And I really enjoyed Fallout.
Another example of a game where we've gone
it's really good.
In the old days I would have probably loved that game and completed it. Not loved it, but completed it just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But nowadays I'm just like, no, I'm not. And I think a lot of people are like that now. More and more people are getting I'm not. No time. Time is a valuable currency, as we all know. Probably the most valuable currency.
Nice rewording of time is money. Time is a valuable currency.
Well, time is a currency.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to waste your time, especially the older you get.
The older you get,
we've got, obviously, our time is definitely divided up.
I want to know when I'm playing something I want to play.
Yeah, and I enjoy.
So, and I think that's what they need to go back to, making games that people really want to get invested in. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was that game, but they've not done it with their own franchises yet, have they?
No.
Far Cry's been running to the ground. I enjoyed Far Cry 5.
I thought Far Cry 5 was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but New Dawn was stained it a bit to me.
Yeah.
DLC was awful, Far Cry 5 as well. But, yeah, I mean, they've got this God of Monsters game. I guess that's more of a wild card, because it's a new IP. So that could be awful. Yeah, could be great.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, we've got to give them a chance for that.
Their expectations for that.
Lower.
Where's the bar?
No, what, you think it'll be low with Ubisoft?
Although, do you know, well, no, because actually, I think they'll be lower than Rainbow Six, that looks more like it. But the people that made that Gods and Monsters made Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, did they?
So they'll probably be expecting...
Has that made you more tempted to try out?
Yeah, because but It could still be awful, couldn't it? You just don't know.
Yeah, no, but it could be great.
It's supposed to be like a Zelda clone, so if it's anything like Zelda...
I must admit, I'm glad to see more new IPs, though.
Yes, Ubisoft...
So I'd rather give a new IP more of a chance, because, I don't want
I will
the same
say, though, to
stuff
be fair
every
to
year.
Ubisoft...
I mean, I know we talked about COD, but...
In their defence a little bit, they do give you the new IPs a chance. Look at, like, For Honor.
Yeah.
There's Gods and Monsters games. That's a shit game that still isn't out. That Skull and Bones thing, do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe in development hell. It seems like it might be in development hell, but they do give new IPs a chance. So
will we.
Exactly.
When it comes out.
Eventually.
Just in their defence, saying like, I know we're giving them maybe a little bit of stick, but
if this does turn out to be for the best, then obviously they've made a sensible call. And to be honest, they do need to sort something out, because, like you mentioned, Ghost Recon was
not good,
and those microtransactions were absolutely fucking terrible.
Criminal.
So they need to go back to the drawing board, I think. And if this is a positive step in that direction, then good on them. Well, I guess time will tell. 100% with that one. Yeah. But we'll move on to our third topic of the day. We want to touch on some movie news, and this is in relation to Star Wars. David Benioff?
Yeah,
I think it's Benioff. David Benioff and DB Weiss Star Wars movies not moving forward. As reported by Deadline, Benioff and Weiss cited their historic deal with Netflix and explained that their enthusiasm for Star Wars remains boundless, but regrettably their schedule is full up. Obviously, these are the guys from...
Their schedule is full up.
These are the guys from Game of Thrones, and to me that statement is just basically them and Disney. Disney have gone, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what press release can we put out? Schedule's full up. Because I'm pretty sure that a known year is back, whenever this was agreed. Was it last year?
So it's strange.
Was it last year they agreed on this? I'm pretty sure that you don't make an agreement and then go, oh yeah, by the way, I've only just realised.
I forgot.
Schedule's full up.
Those things were working out. Oh, shit.
The more I think about the story, the more it worries me about Star Wars. Really? It makes me, is this more behind the scenes meddling from people that don't know anything about it?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, because apparently she's one of the...
Well, she is the leader, isn't she?
And she apparently meddles a lot.
I've heard that, yeah.
And is this more, they've said, maybe they've pitched something, I think this, we're Game of Thrones, we should know. We've created one of the best shows of all time on HBO.
Can I give you some good news, though, to supplement it?
Yeah.
Rian Johnson is also saying similar things, isn't he? He's meant to have a new trilogy.
Yeah.
No, not meddling.
Oh, right.
He's been saying a few things like, we'll have to see how our schedule lines up, see if we can get it done, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So the good news there is hopefully he won't be doing it,
Well,
because I didn't like the last Jedi.
The
Maybe I should give him another chance, but a whole trilogy I don't want to see.
Well, as we know, he's created the worst Star Wars movie in existence. So.
Worse than Attack of the Clones.
It's worse. I know we've gone over
Mate,
this every time. Worse.
But I have to call him out on it because I disagree. I can't. Attack of the Clones, man.
It's a better Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And that's what we're talking about, Star Wars movies. You can say...
It's a better story.
Say if the film was called Rian Johnson Wars or something instead of Star Wars, maybe then it would be a better film.
I don't think we'd go to the cinema to watch it.
But it's called... It has Star Wars in the title, and it is an awful Star Wars film.
It's not a very good Star Wars film.
So...
But...
if it was Space Wars, it'd be alright, maybe it'd be passable, but it's not.
Attack of the Clones, though, has to be the worst one.
No, it's
awful.
It's last one. Sorry.
Well,
anyway,
we'll disagree. We'll
agree to disagree. They're both crap, yeah, but just going back to this, it worries. You know why it worries me? Because it just makes me think, if they can't even get people like this, agree with people like this, that have created such a masterpiece of a show. And I know we were a bit soured by the end, but in general, that show was
generally speaking.
It's one of HBO's most successful shows ever.
Mm-hmm.
It worries me that can they get anyone to write it then? Because if they can't even get these to agree and write on it, is it just going to be another yes man writing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, what's
who is really in charge? It's who's really in charge. It's one of them situations where it's like, is it this Kathleen Kennedy? Is it people? Other people at Disney behind the scenes saying, no, we don't want that. Sorry.
Well, they've already had the meddling with Solo. Do you remember Solo?
Yeah.
Lord and Miller were meant to be
got changed a lot in that.
Yeah, and they took Lord and Miller out and they brought in, was it Ron Howard?
Yeah.
And he finished the film.
Well, apparently the original film wasn't supposed to be as funny, was it, or anything like that? It was supposed to be more serious, and then they changed it to more of a...
No, I think it was
the other way around.
Because Lord and Miller,
right?
Yeah, Lord and Miller
acquired, and then he toned it down a bit.
Yeah.
Right. So, but it does worry me because I think I do think episode 9 is going to be an improvement on 8. I can't.
I mean, it has
can't
to
be worse.
It can't be
Especially
worse.
J.J. Abrams, he's got a good track record. Force Awakens. I don't think it'll be repaired because Episode 8 will ruin it as a franchise, but it will probably be better. I think we'll be a little bit more satisfied. But after that, I'm really worried about the direction of Star Wars. I think you're going to see more films like Last Jedi. That's my prediction. More disappointments. More films that cater to the younger sort of people that don't know that, the origins of Star Wars audience. I don't have faith.
That lineage.
Do you really have faith in them?
Well,
Mandalorian apparently is supposed to be really good. It's going to be really good.
I'm going to sit on the fence with them for a simple fact is they brought out Force Awakens. Great. I liked it. They brought out Rogue One. Amazing. I liked it. Great film. They brought out Last Jedi. I didn't like it. They brought out Solo. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So that is definitely
You're 2 for 2.
Yeah, it's 2 for 2.
It's in a bad direction though, isn't it? The last 2 have been bad.
Yeah, but they can correct it.
Yeah, I think Episode 9 will be good. I said that. I think it'll be a good film.
It's a shame though because this is the end of the saga as we know it, isn't it? The story as we know it, and yet the hype for me, it is more than it was.
It's more than it was.
It's still not as much as it should be.
The trailer's been good.
The last trailer was a bit meh.
The last trailer wasn't quite. The second trailer,
because they didn't say a word, did they? I mean, I know you had the voiceovers, but you don't see like carried dialogue except for C-3PO saying,
I didn't see anything that worried. I didn't see too much that worried me in it, but then they might be hiding stuff. But I just think in general, I'm really worried. Like, if they can't even get these people to like write it, who created a masterpiece, and it does make you think: did they pitch something maybe a little bit controversial?
I can't imagine them pitching something controversial. Can you?
Yeah, I can, because I think they might have thought like we need to Star Wars needs to sort of. It can't be the same tired old format. Maybe
well, surely though these new films are going to be new characters anyway.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, unless you've got a scope to do.
Yeah, unless it's spin-offs of like Finn and Poe.
But I do wonder whether Disney are like, no, let's play it safe. Like, they're more the safe option. Because let's be honest, it feels like me. And this is going to be a really weird analogy. Okay. I feel like Disney.
Looking forward.
I like the Glazers at United. They just want to cream off the money.
Cream off the money.
And I'm sure a lot of United fans are real. They're probably agree with me. That's what they do. They cream off the money.
Well, agree with you.
Yeah, it's
very rare.
It's funny, isn't it? But it's true, isn't it? What do the Glazers do in football? They cream off the profits. They invest just enough, don't they? Just about enough. Let's buy a few. But then we've seen the investment this summer at United. It's been awful, hasn't it?
Yeah, really. Long may that continue.
Yeah, great. It's great.
Let's stay on track, but we've got a whole new podcast idea.
No, but my point is, I feel like it's a similar situation where Disney cream off the profits of Star Wars, make just okay shows, just to tick it along.
Can I just say
cream
though,
off the profits.
I think they're going to be a little bit worried now because did you know that Solo actually lost them money?
I didn't know.
Lost 50 million.
I didn't. Wow, this is quite a lot.
Can you surprise me though? Because apparently the film didn't go. Not me.
I went to see it with Matty, but
I didn't.
Average film. Can I just say though that who would have ever thought a Star Wars film would lose money?
Yeah, right.
Lose money.
Amazing.
How do you take a franchise like that and lose money?
Yeah.
Come on, that is bad.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even Last Jedi was awful. I mean, Last Jedi deserved to lose money, but it didn't because of the hype of.
Well, it can start quite well.
I do wonder what this one's going to do. Is it going to do? But you think it's going to be the worst of the three?
It can't be the worst.
No, I think it'll go.
It'll be better than Jedi.
Having said that,
it can't be.
It's difficult to say because people don't know Last Jedi is bad before they've gone to see it. So you can be wise after the event, but you've already contributed to it. So I'm not sure.
But it is the end of the trilogy. Some other people are like, well, I may as well watch it then.
It's going to be.
I don't think people are going to boycott it or anything.
No, they can't.
No one's going to say like, "Oh, Last Jedi was shit," so I'm not going to watch it.
Well, obviously
they'll be the odd one. They'll be like
obviously they can boycott it, but I feel like you can't as a Star Wars fan if you've invested this much time. You want to see the end, of course, how it ends. But with you, like you said, with Last Jedi and stuff, when you think back to Force Awakens, let's be honest, it was a pretty solid film because he played it safe. And he made a Star Wars film, very Star Warsy. Obviously, comparisons to New Hope. So they played it safe, got off to a good start, pleased the fan base. Last Jedi divided the fan base so much, and it's so split now, that I am a little worried because J.J. Abrams usually, in my opinion, plays quite safe films. They're usually solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Is that going to be good enough now for Star Wars fans? If he plays a safe 7 out of 10 and it ends the whole story as we know it, our fans after The Last Jedi, are they going to be more like, oh, well, at least it was better than Last Jedi? Or are they going to be like, how we ended the trilogy with such a safe It's just a bit meh.
No,
I'm going for the like
going
line
for the
graph here. I'm going like Force Awakens was here, like Last Jedi bombed and it dropped all the way down, and then it's just going to go back up to the Force Awakens. Like we're going to have this big drop
Like
in the
a
middle.
parallel with them. But,
Yeah.
Probably.
And I think people will be happy with that because people were happy with Force
I
Awakens.
think people will realise that that idiot Rian Johnson completely ruined the trilogy basically, and J. Rams had to save it.
Yeah, like I would be amazed if we come away from the final. What the hell? What's the name?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. If we come away from that and think that was better than Force Awakens.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think
you
we'll
never
come away
know,
with
but-
relief.
Well, you thought Phantom Menace was better than Force Awakens when you first seen it.
I
was
did.
it?
That was definitely wrong.
It's a very close call.
It's
No,
really
it
not.
isn't. But yeah, like I was frustrated at the time because I thought Force Awakens was good, but I had such high expectations going into it. Like I disappointed myself, like before I'd even watched it. To be fair, and you know whatever you say, things you don't mean sometimes. But
Hey, don't point at me. You said it.
I said it. I said
definitely
it
didn't
to
say
you.
that.
I said it to everyone.
Yeah, we
But
did.
It's like I expected Force Awakens to be like a 10 for me, and it just wasn't. And then like Last
I
Jedi.
had the same issue though with Last Jedi. I hyped
Well,
it
yeah,
too much in my own
because-
mind.
Well, it didn't help. The reviews came out. We're like, oh, it's amazing. 85 on
Masterpiece.
Metacritic.
Yeah,
thinking
like-
like, I remember saying to you guys, oh man, this is gonna be great. And it's like awful.
So I was probably even more excited for Last Jedi than Force Awakens because I felt not like it was a bad film, but I was like, come on, I wanted more.
Yeah.
I didn't want the safe bet. So I was thinking, right, this is the second one in the trilogy.
It was supposed to be the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
The
so
one that makes it
excited for
amazing.
it, and it was actually like off a cliff worse, and
Yeah.
I was just like,
It's just a
ah,
story
It's like
about
you said, it
fuel.
was like going from
just fuel, run out.
Yeah.
the first one being A New Hope, but then say the second one being Attack of the Clones. That's literally the drop off.
Yeah,
it was
What
like
is
that,
this?
It
And
was
hopefully
very
the third
disappointing.
one will be more like Return of the Jedi.
Well, just quickly as well, obviously touching back on the story, how they've now left the project. We've had the same thing actually since Disney took over, because you remember it was meant to be J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
then obviously Rian Johnson, and then it was the guy who directed Jurassic World. Can't remember his name.
Didn't he drop out?
Something.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, and he left
JJ
the
had to
project,
save it.
and now JJ's gone back in.
Why did they ever think that's a
So-
good idea? By the way, just have the same director for 3 films, because then it's okay.
A continuation
What a
of the story,
continuous
yeah.
thing. Even if it's not great, at least it's a continuation. It makes sense.
Well, it's like if us three
You know?
had a film each, and
Yeah.
say if we all agreed on the story, it's still going to feel different though,
Yeah.
because of the way we made it.
But
Can you
that's
imagine if,
the
like,
thing, like
you
we
know,
can agree like 99% on this is the direction, but like your 1% is like a drastic difference of mine and yours.
Yeah.
So we have 3
That's
films
what I mean.
that aren't even like there's no correlation. It's
Yeah.
just
There's no doubt.
Films.
There's no doubt in my mind, 100%. If J.J. Abrams was in all 3 films, The Last Jedi would have been nowhere near as bad as that film.
I think Luke would have stayed alive. He wouldn't be dead.
yeah, I agree.
Even if The Last Jedi had been a drop off from Force Awakens, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as bad as a drop off
No.
as Rian Johnson's one.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think Lee would have.
You know
I think
what?
he would have maybe died in the last
After
one.
after
but
I
not in
watched
this one.
after I watched The Last Jedi, I felt like Han Solo. I felt like Brian Johnson was Kylo Ren when he just stabbed me
Yeah.
straight in like.
Oh
I think we all felt like that, to be honest.
I just remember. I'll never forget the mum
I think
joke
we-
looking at
yeah.
Dan. I was like, oh
Oh,
god, it's
no.
not a great start. And then when the film finished, just me, Dan, and Xander were like, I don't think I
remember-
liked
well,
it.
yeah, like
I was like, I
always
don't
say
think
this,
I liked
right?
it.
And I it was a midnight show, so it was late at night, so obviously I was a bit tired. I turned around halfway through the film, and him and Marty were pretty much asleep. Or like dozing off. So you weren't completely asleep, but you were dozing off.
Matty more so than me.
Yeah.
I was more. I
Bored.
was so bored I couldn't fall asleep. Like I'd
But
gone
I
past.
think
like,
we all
I
had
was-
that thing of like, actually,
Wow.
there's times in the film where our eyes kind of were a bit like, it was so boring half the film. It was like, oh.
Yeah, that was.
But that says, oh, when would you ever be like, oh, for a Star Wars film, it was good. And I remember you texting me and just saying, didn't like it.
I know.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, shit.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't like it as well. I just remember being so disappointed. Maybe it's my own fault for
No, it didn't
hyping
help
too
you.
much.
You, Xander and Dan, you watched The Force Awakens.
Yeah, we
first,
did
a double.
back to back.
Yeah.
Watch The Force Awakens. I remember we were watching it. We were like, yeah, go film,
Yeah.
isn't it? Looks like it'll be great.
And it's like, oh, God.
Star
And the
Wars
mum joke hits you, you're
Wars.
like, no. Oh,
Mate,
no.
when that mum joke hit, I was just like, please
I was
be a
worried.
blip.
I was really
Be a
worried.
blip,
about
like,
that.
oh, okay, I can get
Do you know
past
what the part where it
that.
was like, oh, it's done the film for me? The Leia moment. I was like, no, I'm done.
Oh, when
I'm
later
done.
went
I
through
was saying the
the
film's thought that it could be garbage.
I was done
complete
way
garbage.
before that.
But that was like the confirmation, wasn't it? It is actually, this is an awful film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
You think,
remember, because
oh,
obviously...
because some films like start off, they're pretty shit, but then they go good in the second half. This
Yeah.
didn't go good at all.
I remember though, I remember thinking
worse.
when that moment, obviously Carrie Fisher just passed, didn't
Yeah.
she? And when that happened, I remember just being like, that's how you kill off the character. I thought it's a bit of a naff death, really. Such a beloved character. Yeah. So then you're sitting there and you're like, it's disappointing. When she came back alive and did this and just came to the door, they managed to open a door into the vacuum of space and let her in.
Yeah,
that would have killed them. So, whatever.
No,
it's more alive for realistic.
Do you know what? I sense over time. The more we talk about it, the worse it gets. For me, the more crap the film. Yeah. That film, I think, in like ways, will be renowned as the worst film.
Well, worst Star Wars films, maybe. Leia Poppins, anyway. Came back to life.
Can you please tell me as well how that film can even be like divisive? It's just shit. It's just a shit. There's no divisiveness about it.
I think a lot of people who like it.
Apologists. The Star Wars apologists.
No, I think the fanboys are the ones who don't like it.
Yeah, I think there's the absolute fanboys that go, everything Star Wars is great. Every film's been amazing.
Well, what I was going to say is, I think the casual Star Wars fans like it. Be only going off. My mum, my nan, my girlfriend's family, brother, sister, dad, all liked it, and they're very casual fans.
Yeah.
And obviously we're a bit more hardcore. We're not hardcore, but we're a little bit more. Mm. And most people who we know who like us with Star Wars didn't like it.
Yeah.
So that's how I gauge it.
If you've been invested from like a child, I don't think you liked it, generally speaking.
Yeah. Mm. Anyway, that does bring the end to the podcast. And as ever, you can follow Checkpoint Reach Podcast on social media on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at CheckReachPod. We're also on YouTube. So if you're listening to us on there, please like, comment and subscribe, as that will help the channel to grow. If you're listening to us on audio, then thanks for listening, and leave us a review if possible. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Also, you can follow the guys on Checkpoint Reach. Not on Checkpoint Reach. You can follow the guys on social media. Where can people find you, Sud?
You can just find me on Twitter, so it's at David Tenspud.
Have your stuff, Perky?
I'm at JG Perks.
Have your stuff, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LEL3Ds, add a 9 on the end for Instagram. So yeah, thanks for joining us as ever. Another episode will be out next week as normal. Look for that on Wednesday, and we'll talk to you then. Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.